Well, hello and welcome to the CRM Zen Show, where we talk about all things Zoho. This is episode 373. Zoho Books takes a bite out of Apple Intelligence. This is for Friday, September 19th, 2025. From Zenatta Consulting, I am Brett Martin.
And I'm Greg Belnap, and let's get right on into the show.
It has been it's been a bit, Greg, since you and I have done this show together. It has
been a bit.
I know.
A full unhinged program.
I know. Well, the one who should not be named, evidently just at the last minute couldn't make it. So there you go. Mm-hmm. Well, like, my gosh, I got the wrong coffee cup this morning. I got the right shirt, but the wrong coffee cup. Well, everything. Oh my gosh. Forgive me, okay, Greg. It's amateur hour around here. That's all I'm saying. I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do. But hopefully we get through this.
Hey, we love amateurs around here. We're all just a bunch of amateurs, really. Just doing our best.
Just doing everything we can. Well, we have a very light news week, but a lot of stuff to talk about. Normally, that's probably good for us because last time we did a show, it ran for like 4.5 hours or something like that. So,
something like that, yeah.
Hopefully we can keep this one a little tighter. But, before we do that, let's get to a quick word from our sponsor, us.
Is your Zoho CRM clean and healthy? The Zenatta Health Check for Zoho CRM finds inactive users, checks for duplicates, and flags missing key data, all in real time or in a monthly email. Zenatta Health Check for Zoho CRM. Healthy data, better business. Get it today on the Zoho Marketplace.
Oh, look at that. It's a new little shiny ad for the health check there. Mm-hmm. I like it. Speaking of new little shiny things, Greg, it turns out you also recently dropped the org chart view for Zoho CRM into the marketplace. I don't think we've talked about this. So before we get to the news, tell me a little bit about this.
Yeah, so this is an extension that we built that will install on your accounts and your contacts and leads records. So what it'll do is it puts a button on those records that when you click it says view org chart, it'll open up a little full screen view of kind of a family tree style hierarchy diagram of the way your accounts and contacts are connected in your CRM. So if you're it works off of the reporting to fields on contacts and the parent account fields on accounts. So if you're using those fields to relate your accounts and contacts together, then you can see at a bird's eye view kind of who works under who belongs to which company. You can kind of expand or collapse different tree branches, and of course click into any of the records to go to that specific listing.
Very cool. Very, very cool. All right. Well, I'm glad we talked about that. I'm looking forward to that. Just launched a week or two ago. Something like that.
Yeah. Still brand new, still shiny.
Well, check it out. You got a 7-day free trial in there, I noticed. Right? Is it 7 days, 30 days? What are we giving people? 10 days.
I think it's 10 days, yeah. So
10 days.
Full week and a half.
Right. It's pretty much all you need. That's all you need.
Yeah.
All right, with that now, we'll really get into the news and kick things off here. So over in Zoho CRM, we have got new in Cadences, WhatsApp follow-ups, upgraded limits, and options for add-ons. Talk to me about this, Greg. I dated a girl named Cadence once, by the way. So,
the first one here, the WhatsApp one, probably not going to be as strong for our, U.S. customers, as we're kind of, the U.S. We still love our SMS more than anything else. But if you're using WhatsApp,
why are we on WhatsApp?
We don't have time to get into that. But I imagine it starts with an L and ends in hobbyists. So we've got the ability to create WhatsApp messages directly in your Cadences, and if you're not familiar with what the Cadence Studio is, it's basically a way to set up a cadence, but a scheduled set of communications, emails, calls, WhatsApp messages, to go out to your leads and contacts on, these kind of scheduled pathways. Hence what a cadence is. So now you can send a WhatsApp message. They've also raised limits around cadences for just how many cadences you can have active at a time, including active per module, that kind of thing. Scrolling on down, we've got some changes related to permissions. What they say here is that you can now allow someone to view and manage a cadence without having to enable the manage automation permission. I will admit, I was looking around the documentation. I'm not exactly sure what differentiation there is here. I don't know I can understand wanting somebody to be able to view a cadence without being able to manage the automations, but I don't know what it means to manage a cadence if you're not also managing the automation. Like, I don't know if that means that you can maybe edit the content of some of them, but you just can't add or remove actual touch points or interactions. That's a little unclear here, so we might have to do some. We might have to just do a video around it and kind of test it out and see what that means. But yeah, just some nice little. Again, if you're a WhatsApp user, great. Even if you're not a WhatsApp user, know that they've upped the ceiling on how many cadences you can run at once. So some good stuff there.
You know why Cadence and I broke up?
Why was that?
We just couldn't agree on SMS apps, man. We can never get on the same page. It was green bubbles, blue bubbles, WhatsApp. I was, of course, always with Arakai. Isn't that what it's called? Arakai? What is Zoho's SMS? Arakai?
Zoho has an SMS?
Yeah, Zoho has their own SMS app. Hopefully Freddie can come in from the side here. What is Zoho's SMS application, Freddie? I can't remember it. All right. Yeah, you can download Arati. Oh, that's not Arati for Zoho Click, but it's actually an app that you can download in the App Store. So that's Araki. That's not what we want. Arati is what we want. And this is actually an app. It's WhatsApp. And that's what it does. And you basically can link it to various things. And I downloaded it for a while and was using it. And some Zoho people were using it. See, the more you know. The more you know,
indeed. Anyway. Wow.
So that's why Cadence and I broke up. Anyway, yeah. Over that. There you go. All right. So, hey, moving right along. You know what? You can fuel up your sales with Zoho SalesIQ and Bigin integration. We talk about this all the time. Bigin is just everything. It started off so plain, and now it's just got so much stuff, going on. But yeah.
I will say that a SalesIQ integration here is one of those that I was a little bit surprised by this one, just because I would have assumed that this was already a thing. This is one of those, like, if you had asked me, like, hey, does SalesIQ integrate with Bigin? I would have thought probably. But definitely glad to see that it is here now. You got SalesIQ, grabbing your website visitors, route them, push them, directly into Bigin so that you can start working with them better. Yeah, it's a no-brainer.
Yeah. So this is what we got going on here. And I don't know if you don't know about SalesIQ, actually, this is our page. 26 visitors just zipping around. But the nice thing about this is, really, this is one of those things, it does so much, Greg. I mean, you can manage your chats. I mean, you can, if you're doing a help desk, you can see someone's on your site. You can see what page they're on, how long they've been there, what they're doing. You can interact with them. It also, again, it just does a lot. I mean, there's a lot that can be done with SalesIQ.
In particular, the Zoho bots and chat bots have come a long way as well. So, including being able to, and now with this integration, you should be able to now automatically push visitors into Bigin if they are chatting with one of your Zoho bots as well. So,
that was another thing. Cadence and I, she was always talking to Zoho bots, and that was no. It wasn't going to work. By the way, when I was out of town, did the Nova release hit when I was out of town?
It did. The Nova release.
I was reading through this, and it was pretty cool. They did a lot. Massive upgrade. Really, really cool.
Yeah. Yeah, sort of an explosion of upgrades, if you will.
Well, it's not a supernova. It's just a regular Nova.
It's just a regular old Nova.
They didn't want Oasis to sue them. So just a Nova. Yes. Moving on. Okay. Zoho loves Apple. They standardize on Apple. Everyone's got Macs, iPhones. In India, it's just been one of those things. They think it's a superior operating system. They've done a lot of things from a privacy and the way they run their company, they model themselves after Apple in a lot of ways. They really value client privacy and all those kind of things. And so there's no dilly-dallying in the world of Zoho when Apple does something. And I don't know if you follow Apple. Back in June at WWDC, they were like, we're not going to have iOS 18 and iPad OS 15 and Watch OS, whatever. Everything's going to be just a year ahead. So even though iOS 26, iPad OS, Mac, all this stuff was kind of released, I think it's September, right? Just the last few weeks ago.
Yeah.
Right? They announced it back in June, and I think it just came out at the last release and everything. So now everything has the same number. So you can go, oh, this is the 2026 version, in case you were confused as to, what was going on. Right?
Yeah.
I think if they take it a step further and just call it iPhone 26, iPhone 26 Pro. Right? iPhone 26 Lite, iPhone 26 Air.
iPhone, let's see, what else could you do? Like iPhone 26 Whisper. It's just like a... You know what? I miss iPod Nanos. Did you ever have an iPod Nano?
I did.
Those
I loved
tiny
them.
ones. I
miss
like
iPods. I miss just that ability. I had an iPod Touch that I loved because it was not a phone. It was like a nice little device. You basically had everything on it. You could play your music, you could play your games, sit there, just be distracted. You had to be on Wi-Fi, but and that was another thing Cadence I thought about. She was a Nano person, I was a Touch person. It just went on and on. So anyway, hey, on to the Apple devices here. So basically Apple released a whole bunch of new features, and Zoho's incorporated them. Some of them are cracking me up as we go through this. You can generate invoices using voice commands. So I can speak invoice Greg for $1 million. Anyway, it's going to basically create the invoice and and send it out to you. So it's kind of nice.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe you use it, but I just can't see that as a standard practice. I don't know.
No, but I mean, this goes to an earlier episode. Tyler and I were reviewing something on. I suddenly can't remember what it was. Oh, it was for Zoho Tables, I think, where they added Siri support, where you could create a table database. And the example that they gave in that Zoho Tables article was that, say you're driving and you want to make a database table, you could use Siri to do it. And we were like, well, don't do that while driving. But then it was pointed out that this kind of thing could be very useful for increasing accessibility in in the CRM, right? So that if you have some motor impairments, something like that, using these kinds of voice commands could be very helpful. I am interested to know how good it's going to be at getting the item right. I mean, it looks like it's just trying to figure out what item name you said and then find the corresponding item. So are you going to have to say your item name exactly correct? Because we have, peeking into a lot of inventory spaces for a lot of our clients, your item name might be, the X2426-1110A parentheses red. So I don't know if you have to say all of that right. They do mention here, please review it and add extra details if necessary. So,
well, I mean, as with anything, you don't have to go all in. You can say, hey, create an invoice to Acme Corporation, and then you can just go put the products, right? I mean, it opens it up, it creates it, you can choose it. But hey, pretty cool. A spotlight snippets for instant record access. So you now can have the little spotlight feature on the iPhone. If you're an iPhone user, you know what this is. You can just put it into search. It's going to kind of come up. So they're basically putting stuff right in there for you, which is very, very, very cool. They're doing the whole liquid glass for Zoho Books. So if you have, the Zoho Books app, which, by the way, Zoho has apps. If you're on a Mac, they have native applications. You don't have to use a browser. They've got so many native applications for almost everything. And so they're actually using this whole new glassy interface. I'm not sure I like it, honestly, but everything's kind of muted. But yeah, it takes a while to get used to stuff. Change is hard. Change is hard. Whenever it changed. That was another.
That's another thing between you and Cadence. Yep.
I know. Yeah. I feel like you only should change your underwear once a week. She felt it should be more. But change is hard. And
as long as you go front to back, inside out, front to back again, that buys you 4 days. At least. Thank you. Yeah. Unless you're wearing separate text, then that's a problem. You can look it up. Anyway, you can now create images instantly with generate item images. So with the magic of Apple Intelligence now woven into Zoho Books, you can create an item. There's no need to upload or search for images. Just type the item name and a suitable generated item image appears. Yeah,
Nothing could go wrong here. Nothing could go wrong.
This one is a little because if I'm selling pens, I feel like the picture should be one of my pens that I'm selling. I think you should take pictures of your actual physical products if you're selling them, and not just an AI-generated image of a pen. Now, I think that if I was selling services, and for whatever reason I wanted to have, if I'm selling like IT services and I wanted, just a picture of like hands on a keyboard or something like that, maybe. Right. But for the most part, when it comes to item images in a bookkeeping and inventory software, that image should reflect what that product actually is, physically speaking.
And if you're watching this on the YouTube, that's a nice pen that's being generated. It's not a $2 pen.
It is a nice pen.
It's a nice pen. You do have the ability to standard upload, scan, do all those kind of things, right?
Yes, which I would highly recommend above AI generated images of your products. Now, if you could, now the one thing that would be cool is, I guess, if you could. Now, that's not what this is, but where you could go in the future is if you could say, like, I'm not, you're like, I'm not like I don't have the time or money to get a professional product photographer, but if I could take a few just iPhone photos of my pen, and then if I could feed those into AI, and then AI could give me a zhuzhed up, nice looking version. It's definitely, got all the physical aspects and shape and color and size of my pen, but just with better lighting. That I'd be totally fine with.
Right.
Because that's just like the same thing as when you go to McDonald's and you see the picture of the Big Mac. That's not the Big Mac that you're getting, but that's the ideal Big Mac.
Exactly. So anyway, there's just a lot going on here, and there's just, so take a look if you're an iOS user, because this really goes on and on and on and on. They are using a lot of the scanning imaging that's Apple's built in, and that's very, very good. new menu bar. There's just so much in this release. So you go through, read the over article, and by the way, they also published another blog around inventory. So a lot of the specific things that were done around inventory, we've covered a lot of those already. And then they did one on Zoho expense. So as a matter of fact, there are basically updates for almost the entire product line. All those, as we often talk about, Greg, we don't have time to cover all the news. We kind of have to pick and choose the stories we're going to do. And so going through these, we kind of left these out because they're very, very redundant. Was there anything else in this whole update you wanted to cover?
No. The vast majority of them were covered in the books one. If you are using Zoho inventory or expense specifically, go ahead and check those out and see if there's a special little update for just you.
Yeah, very cool. Well, with that, let's head over to Club Zenatta and check out our code share of the week. All righty. So Andrew is back at it with Trigger ZIA data enrichment via API in Zoho CRM for key records. So I'm assuming, I don't know what's a key record. I'm assuming, is that just for?
He's just saying, so he's just defining a key record here as a record where it's important for you to keep their information up to date, right? So like I don't know, just like if you're like, well, I want ZIA to continually enrich this record, I don't know, once a week or once a month or something. If you were worried that like stuff was going to happen in the internet in the background, and you wanted to keep something up to date.
So we tried this. I mean, this is very cool, and I think we're probably less than 18, 20, 24 months from this actually being 100% bulletproof. I mean, the problem I have now is even with ChatGPT, with trillions of dollars of investment, I'm oftentimes having to say, "Hey, check yourself." Because it's just it's like
you're like, sorry, bud.
Yeah, just this. There's something that doesn't pass the smell test here. What's going on? And oh, you're right. Oh, what did you know? I was wrong. The fact that URL does go to a porn site. Yes, I know. That's not what we were after there. But so I mean, have we played around? And I know that you can. With Zoho, you can with ZIA. Are you choosing just ZIA, or are you choosing ZIA or ChatGPT?
No, this one is just ZIA, and this is data enrichment has been around for quite a while, like at least a year, if not two. That those that use the CRM regularly will recognize this as like when you're in certain records in the CRM, the standard accounts, contacts, there will be like a little blue bit of text saying enrich data, and you can click on that, and ZIA will in the background look for information based on, so you'll pick a few key fields like name, website, email, and then ZIA will scour the internet to look for what is the most likely relevant information, like address, if you didn't have website in there, what their website is, that sort of thing. So basically, this snippet here from Andrew is just showing you how you can trigger that via API. So like if you wanted to set up stuff on a schedule, you could have this kind of just run, once a month, something like that on maybe you could say cool. Once a month, run a scheduled function that says, get me a list of all of my, leads that don't have a website included. And then try to, based off of the name or the email, then try to fill that in automatically. So, so this is sort of just very plug and play. You put in the details that you want it to focus on, or what it should be searching on. So like in his snippet here, he is doing it just based off of the name Zenatta, and then you put in your record ID in that URL. One thing to note is that this API will not give you back the enriched data itself. It's more telling Zoho on the back end, hey, go and enrich this data, go find this data and update the record for me. So this is doing all of that in the background. Now this will return a job ID to you, and you could use that job ID to then make a separate API call if you wanted to get what specifically was enriched on the record. But if you aren't worried about that, you can just sort of set it and forget it, and just make this call, and it'll do the updating for you as well as searching the information.
So are you able to pass the enriched details put name instead? You have to hard code Zenatta. Maybe that's why he's saying it's key records, because he's saying specifically do it for Zenatta, because this is not a variable. This is actually you're dropping a name in here.
Yeah, you are dropping a name in here. Well, you do have to specify a specific record ID though. So
okay,
it's just how the API is set up here. It is a little weird that you have to put in that name value, because that name should already be on the record. But you could just as easily say, if you want to run this on a specific, contact record, just do, all right, this is get record by ID, get my contact, get the name that's on that contact, and now plug that name variable into that searching map, that enrichment details map that he's got set up there.
Very cool. Thank you, Andrew. And if you do not know, if you are unaware, Club Zenatta, that's where you can find all of our code shares. And we do post a lot, and we have other people. We've got 2,971 members of Club Zenatta. They are all basically Zoho users, Zoho fans, helping each other out. Our team is in here. What are we up to now? 35, 36 people, Greg? It's out of control. Out of control. You need to let some people go. Honestly,
ballooning.
It's getting too. It's a problem. It's a problem. You can start with Cadence, okay? But seriously,
I'll start with Cadence,
we've got so many people here helping out. We have the whole general discussion area. You can jump in there. You can participate. All the news stories are popped in here. So if you want to, boom, we're just talking about it. We keep the news stories here up to date. Things we notice. This is because oftentimes Zoho doesn't really maybe do a post for something they consider kind of minor, but as a user or someone in the community, you might think this is a pretty major deal. We dropped it into the things you notice. You got a question that you want Greg to answer, because I'm not capable. You could drop it into Q&A for Azaz, and it would end up there. And Greg could probably answer that for you. Anyway, it's a nice little community. All we require is your email address. We will not spam you. We will not sell your email address. We just need to know you're real so we can verify you. Love to have you stop by Club Zenatta and join the party, as it were. It goes up. Sometimes it keeps me up at night. They're so loud. So loud. These kids, I tell you. Anyway, and moving on, let's head over to Zenatta.com and see what we got going on over there. Well, our director of marketing, Wayne, has been fast at work here. Basically, he did a webinar comparing marketing automation to Constant Contact to Mailchimp, went through the feature pricing and comparison. I have yet to see it, but producer Freddie said it's a banger. Well worth your time to check that out. And so, as we always do for some of our major things, is we try to do a nice little breakdown for those of you that aren't really into videos. You don't like this to take the time. I don't know why. Wouldn't people? Yeah, you just want to look at us all day long. Look at us. Let me look at us. Come on, look at us. That's so good. Anyway, this is a breakdown of the entire thing that he went through. You can just read through it, kind of get the pros and cons and the final verdict and what's best and where it all kind of falls together. The overall winner is Zoho Marketing Automation. It's almost like these people are Zoho partners, maybe a little biased, but there you go. The application has come a long, long, long way. We have covered Zoho Marketing Automation from the beginning. I think it was launched in 2019. It was pulled from the shelf for a couple of years. Remember, 24 months. It was nope, didn't happen. There's a whole thing around campaigns and marketing automation. You can watch our videos on that as well. We've got them all, but marketing automation is really coming a long way. So nice job, Wayne. And again, over on our website, Zenatta.com is where you can easily just book a meeting by clicking the link or head over to our resource library. This is where we keep track of all of the Zoho apps. All of the content we have around all of those applications is put in here as well. So if you're like, I really am not all that familiar with Zoho Sign. And you can kind of click into Zoho Sign. You can see how many stars we give it. Our pros, we've got no cons at this point. If we had no cons, it's time to take it all the way up to 5 stars. We're in our definitely category. And then we have all of the various resources, which is, our getting started tutorial, how-to basics around Zoho Sign, any articles we may have that relate to Zoho Sign, every single thing for every single app. And man, we have produced a lot of content. So for every application, it all lives here. Head over to Zenatta.com, check out our resource library. We also break it down by bundles, so you can head into the various bundles and see what they're all about and what is happening there. And with that, let's head over to YouTube and check out our tip of the week. Gantt charts. That's right. If you watched the last time I was on this show, we talked about Henry Gantt and his invention of the Gantt chart. Not made up, true story. I think in 1910 he came out with the Gantt chart. It's kind of cool, had a unique name, which is good. Not the Brett chart or the Greg chart. It's the Gantt chart.
Oof.
It could have been the Belnap. That would have been good.
Chart, yeah. It's a good thing that his last name wasn't just like Smith, because if it was just a Smith chart, it's like, what do you mean, Smith chart? It's nothing. It means nothing.
So this is who is this guy? What's this guy's name? Tyler? Was he new?
Taylor? Is it Taylor?
Taylor. New guy, recently with the company. He's doing some videos. This one is, it's okay, but just cut him some slack. He's going to take you through, Gantt charts and analytics. He doesn't really know much. Oh, there's Henry. He brought that little fun fact in. Anyway, he doesn't really know much about analytics or Zoho for that matter. But give Taylor a break. Check this out. I don't know. We got 155 views the last 3 days, so he got whatever he's got going on there, I guess. I don't know. It's just there he is. So anyway, this is again, we're hiring so many people. You and I we're losing track, Greg. We're losing track. And here's another example. I mean, Howdy Doody gets to come on our YouTube channel and do some stuff. I mean, I don't even.
Yeah, who let him do that?
I don't know.
Who let this guy through?
Totally freaking unacceptable. Yes.
But I do think that the video does have some really good merit in showing.
Does it?
Because the Gantt chart is one of the things that really makes Zoho projects. It is one of the key project management diagrams, right? And so we have a lot of people that like to use Zoho projects data in analytics because they want to tie it to CRM data, desk data, things that you can't visualize in Zoho projects. So being able to bring over that Gantt chart that a lot of people are like, yes, I want to see, but I need my Gantt. People that like Gantt charts love Gantt charts. So good, really good and impressive Zoho to get that moved over into analytics as well.
And it's nice that they had Gantt charts now. The fact they didn't, that was one of those things like, ooh, I thought that already. I thought that was a thing already. I really did think that was a thing. It's kind of surprising. Back to this Taylor guy. That's AI, dude. Look at that. That is total AI. There's no way. I mean, no. The pasty.
Yeah, how tall do you think that guy is? Even 4'10"?
Clearly,
most?
He's short. I'm sure if we met him, he'd probably appear taller than he really is, but can't be by much. Maybe 5'2". I would think something like that. Yeah. Anyway, and if you don't know, all of our videos end up on YouTube. even more by this AI generated Taylor. But we have cut everything over. We would love it if you would subscribe. 847 videos, all about Zoho. Most of them valuable. As long as I'm not in them, you are guaranteed that there's going to be some value in that video. 28,200 subscribers. Angels getting their wings every 1,000 subscribers. We are marching our way to 30,000 before the end of this year. If there's a video you would like, what you do is you head over to Club Z and you drop that video, and then you go, hey, I'd really like to see you do a video on this, right? And some other AI-generated robot will produce that video for you, and you will be so happy. But yes, please support us on YouTube. Subscribe, like. We would love it. We would love it. We would love it. Wow. How did we bring that in? I think we did pretty good, Greg. I don't think it was too long. You know?
Yeah. I think we kept the hinges. The hinges are rattling for sure. I don't think the hinges have fully come off, but we're rattling them to be sure.
Not at all. I know. By the way, Cork and Journey, if you haven't know, it's the #1 source for corkage fees, restaurant reviews, winery reviews, and more. Just head over on corkandjourney.com and also check out their YouTube channel. Like and subscribe. I don't know anything about these guys. They sent me a coffee mug, you know?
Well, don't worry. We'll send them an invoice for that plug.
A little plug. I get enough invoices from you guys. I don't know what's going on.
I'll tell my phone to make an invoice. Hey,
I think that should be like,
hey Siri, invoice Cork and Journey $1 million for some ad time. Thank you.
And I'd like you to auto-generate an image of the line item charge there, right? That would be good. Nice. Make it a coffee mug. That would be good. It'd be very, very good. Well, I guess that is anything you want to say before we wrap this thing up?
Just that if you're watching this on YouTube right now, it means that I've already had my opening night. But the fun thing is that as of recording, my opening night for Little Shop of Horrors starts in St. George tonight. So yeah, get your tickets now. So selling out fast.
How long is that running for? Right?
6 weeks.
6 weeks. And what days? How many?
You have until the end of October.
How many days a week?
I think it's like 4 days a week. I think we do Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday matinee, Saturday evening. So lots of opportunities.
You're gonna have to drive up. You're only like 2 hours away, man. I should drive up.
Love to have you. Love to have you.
Little Shop of Horrors. You got any good restaurants there? You got any Denny's or any Burger Kings or anything like that in St. George?
We do have Denny's. We do have Denny's and Burger Kings. It's true.
Okay.
If you want some really good restaurants, honestly though, real talk, Sakura Japanese restaurant. It's half of it's the hibachi style. My family loves to go there for the sushi. They get all of their fish and sushi driven in from the same Vegas distributors that all the casinos use. So It's like real good stuff.
That's good. Excellent. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in to our lovely little show here. And as always, we love it if you would head over to Zenatta.com because you're saying, you know what? I need help with my Zoho. My Zoho's broken. My Zoho needs some tweaks. It needs some adjustments. Will you head over to Zenatta.com and in the upper right hand corner, I showed you this earlier. If you're paying attention, you can click book a meeting. And you will be talking to us in 2 shakes of a lamb tail, lickety split, just like that.
And if you want to get all this in your inbox every Monday morning, you can subscribe to our newsletter at Zenatta.com/newsletter, where it'll be delivered lickety split as well every Monday.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much. Until next week, we will see you then.
The CRM Zen Show was produced by Podcaster Zen.
Cadence!
You're tearing me apart, Cadence.
People are going to have to wait for that one.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.